Oh, I didn't see you guys there. I was just reading my book review. Do you want to hear it? Okay. So, hi guys. I'm Gatcheco of Humss 4. And this is my book review. So, the book we're going to review is Paper Towns by John Green. So, the genre of this book is mystery, adult, and teen fiction. So, the book takes place in and around Jefferson Park, a subdivision located in suburban Orlando, Florida. As pre-adolescents, Quentin and Margot together discovered the corpse of a local man who committed suicide in their neighborhood park. 9 years after the incident, Quentin is an outcast whose best friends are Ben and Radar, while Margot is a popular student, both now high school seniors. A month before their graduation, Margot suddenly reappears in Quentin's life, climbing through his bedroom window. She has devised an 11-part plan of vengeance on a group of people she feels have hurt her during her time at high school. These people include her cheating boyfriend Jace and Pierce, Lacey, and Becca. Margot needs an accomplice and a car to help her complete the task, and Quentin accepts. Margot and Quentin successfully implement the plan, share a romantically ambiguous dance, and return to their homes around dawn. The next day, Quentin wonders hopefully whether that Margot will start hanging out with him, Ben, and Radar. But Margot is reported missing by her parents after 3 days. Quentin, Ben, and Radar soon discover a series of items that Margot has left hidden for Quentin. A picture of a Woody Guthrie on Margot's bedroom window shade, Margot's highlighted copy of Walt Whitman's poem, Song of Myself, and the written address in Quentin's bedroom, door jamb. Quentin and his friends follow these clues to find an abandoned mini mall in Christmas, Florida that contains evidence of her recent presence. Quentin struggles to analyze all of Margot's clues and leftover materials in the mini mall. He suspects the clues are meant to lead him to her current whereabouts, though he worries she may have committed suicide, based on a note Margot has left referring to paper towns. Quentin realizes Margot may be hiding or buried in one of the many abandoned housing subdivisions or paper towns around Orlando. He drives to all of the subdivisions where he feels that she may be hiding, but cannot find her. On the day of his graduation, while getting ready, Quentin suddenly interprets an obscure internet post to mean that Margot has been hiding in a fictitious town in New York State called Aglo, which was created as a copyright trap by map makers. And she plans to desert Aglo immediately after May 29. Quentin, Radar, Ben, and Lacey impulsively skip Excuse me, I'm sorry. So, in New York State, called Aglo, which was created as a copyright trap by map makers, and she plans to desert Aglo immediately after May 29. Quentin, Radar, Ben, and Lacey impulsively skip graduation to drive to Aglo to search for her, rushing to get from Florida to New York before noon on May 29. In Aglo, they discover Margot is living in an old, dilapidated barn. She is shocked to see them, which angers the group, who expected her to be grateful for their presence. Margot had left those clues to assure Quentin that she is okay and she did not want to be found. Angry at her lack of gratitude, Radar, Ben, and Lacey leave the barn and spend the night at a motel. Quentin realizes the image she had of her was as fake as the one that she had been emitting to everyone else, and become furious at her for wasting his time. Margot argues that Quentin saved her for egotistical reasons. He wanted to be a knight in shining armor who saved the troubled girl. Ultimately, Quentin accepts it was unfair for him to expect Margot to live up to his perfect image of her, and he begins to logically overcome his sexual attractions toward her. After their deep conversation, excuse me, Quentin accepts it was unfair for him to expect Margot to live up to his perfect image of her, and he begins to logically overcome his sexual attraction toward her. After their deep conversation, Margot decides to go to New York City and asks Quentin to accompany her. Quentin wants to stay with her and they kiss. But he understands his home life and responsibilities prevents him from doing so. Margot promises to Quentin that she will keep contact with him. Okay, my most favorite part here in the book is where Quentin, Radar, Ben, and Lacey skip graduation to drive to Aglo to search for Margot. Because in this part is where they felt most alive and the feeling of being young is there. For me, the book is really superb and I totally recommend it if you want a roller coaster of a story to read. One of the approaches in which we can use here is psychoanalysis, in which we can use this approach to further exploit on how the characters really feel. This book really fits in well in the 21st century. For the story and plot of this book really represents our generation today of being young and free. Well, that's the end of my book review. But before we end this, I just want to give my best experiences in our 21st literature class. My favorite experience in our class is on how Miss Camille always initiates discussions with us, and by that, we are able to express our thoughts on certain subjects. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching.